Hi, this is a public 3 versus 3. For the blue team, me, Alejandro Beda with a Plague Champion, um, Brothers in Arms with an Apothecary, and mastapille with Chaos Lord. On the other side, for the red team, Predator X 121. With him is Huevator Russ. Predator is using a Knife Tyrant, and Russ is using an Orc Macboy. Against me on the other side is Mr. Sirius Cat with an Ardal Warlock, which has already taken this contested power node. Now it's up to me to at least decap it. At least I will try to. But here you see the Destructor by the Warlock, which causes a good amount of damage on my bunched up CSM. They lose a model even under Warship here. And I get a little bit of support from the scouts here. On the other side, the Chaos Lord is facing the Hive Tyrant, but under heavy fire from both the Orc and Tyranids, he has to retreat. The CSM should fight against the Hormagaons, since they are more than capable in melee, or melee. And the Apothecary is shot to pieces here, which is the right thing to do. You should always prioritize the Apothecary on an enemy armored forces. And for some reason the Tactical Marines retreat. See double CSM and nade launchers heretics for Masta, which is fine, I would say, against a swarmy race like Tyranids. Banshees for Cat here, late Banshees, and now he's spamming these energy shields, which technically fine and nothing wrong with that, but I will have some troubles about dealing with these shields, simply because they are put down with the Guardian's energy, so in theory they can deploy them almost endlessly, which is a fucking waste of time like this here in quick succession. It's just it's really extremely annoying and boring at the same time. He doesn't get much from this since I'm undercover and with Warship, but I have to shoot them down like this for every one of them, which is atrocious to think about. Good nade here. Yeah, good nade. Termagants almost wiped here. And we have 3 Termagants for Predator X. I went for Noise Marines, which is standard against Eldar, but I think they will struggle against all those energy shields and have hard times to reach the Shuriken Cannon, since the Warlock will defend them, or rather will tie up my Noise Marines. Little bash here from Russ. In energy income we are rather similar, but Masta managed to prevail against the Tyranid in tier 1, which is unexpected. Went for Havocs, and despite having immune to suppression hero, this Tyranid is having troubles to advance, as you can see here. But Masta is dangerously isolated here. If the orc turns around, they can pinch him between crossfire between the Tyranids and the orcs. Now he has to uh, move back to retrieve our natural power node and try to scare off the orc, but at the moment Russ has free reign among behind our lines. For some reason, Brothers in Arms went for Assault Marines, which is, in my opinion, a questionable choice against Orcs, since Orcs have very strong melee capabilities. Yeah, Assault Marines have a good synergy with the Apothecary, but in my opinion it's not enough against Orcs, at least unless you micro them perfectly. As you can see here, the Havocs were flanked by the Tyranid, because all of this area was overrun by enemy troops. And you see a jump by the Assault Marines, but they are surrounded by enemy troops. And with the Hive Tyrant around, even with their default weapons, these Assault Marines are repelled. In my opinion, it's not a good choice against swarmy races. Only a few cases they can work. Maybe even in tier 2, when you have upgraded your apothecary well, at that point you may try for a jump squad. On this side is rather boring, the fight. I'm just switching ownership of this node between me and Cat. Nothing very interesting. Fully upgraded shooters here for us. Almost all the players are going to 2 except for the Tyrannid and the Eldar, which, yeah, they both can in theory if they want. And I went for a Blood Crusher. I lost my Noise Marines here, but I think I managed to kill a Shuriken Cannon and he replaced it. Yeah. I think it was like this. Havocs here risking their life. Sluggas for Sluganob for Russell Sluggas. Yeah. I should be the first to put on the field that tier 2 unit, which is vehicle, so Cat has nothing to counter my vehicle at the moment. He's going for the Exarch for his Banshees, but it won't be enough against the Crusher, the Blood Crusher. And not satisfied, I'm going for Bloodletters too. Good, let the Galaxy burn here by Masta. And I went for Touch of Nurgle here. I think I killed one of the Guardian squad here, yeah. Yeah, scare off the Warlock to save my Heretics. Yeah, double Assault Marines here for Brothers in Arms. Apparently it was fancy of the tier 2 Assault Marines too. And the zone troop for Predator X. fearsome units, hard counter against any setup team. So these havocs will become virtually useless. Here I am supported by Brothers in Arms for some reason. The scouts are almost wiped here. Raid guards for Serious Cat, Mr. Serious Cat. But again, to me that's a questionable choice. Yeah, they counter my CSM, but I would never let my CSM fight one-on-one against raid guards, so I have a play champion, crusher, letters, plenty of ways to tie up those raid guards. See double assault marines against Tyranids if they fare better, but apparently not of much. See if the zone troop, no, he raises his psychic shield, so he gets away. The Tyranids are repelled, but with heavy losses. One of the assault marines squads went down and the other is on the verge of death. So again, and lost his scouts to Brothers in Arms. So again, the melee or melee way, it's not a good idea in my opinion. And again, the orc has free reign in our backyard. Masta has to face towards us in order to defend himself from flanks, but by doing this he opens the gates to the Tyrannid, which is a rather shy Tyrannid player, to be honest. Loses his Hormagaunts. Yeah, definitely not a good opening for him. Now I give him my Plague Champion the Plague Fist. And Sirius, Cat and Russ are either going or are tier 3. So, attack advantage for the red team, definitely. Russ has already knobs on the field. Let's see if they have Miner and Greener. No. I warned my teammates about the knobs. And apparently I managed to prevail against Cat in tier 2. But probably it's because he's saving for tier 3. Yeah. I managed to bash a little bit this power node, but of course it's nothing compared to what we have received and what we got by York. And in my opinion I would have gone for the anointed power axe over the chain sword for the apothecary. Librarian here. My letters have to phase out to survive. And the assault marine to open the engagement here. Now the apothecary should heal the assault marine, not himself. Bad choice. And the apothecary may go down here. Submarines almost went down. Yeah, the apothecary goes down. I scared off the Elder here. Now we have major power income. And interesting usage of web weights by Mr. Serious Cat. Knobs with huge hammers, now getting their meaner and greener. I went for Marco Zinch on my CSM, just for knobs and raid gears, since raid gears are heavy infantry. And I got ambushed here by Cat's webway, yeah. Webway. Despite being open field, open passage, I wasn't aware of their location. So I managed to kill a bunch of my CSM. Master is going tier 3 now. Till now it's the only one of our team which managed to do consistently fine against his opponent. Gets Markov Zinch on his CSM as well. And we see a double tactical marines for Brothers in Arms. Definitely a better choice than double assault marines, but at this stage is a little bit too late. A little bit. I lost my letters here to Banshees. And is a touch on Argon on my heretics. But don't think they are gonna get away. Yeah. They die. Now, Brothers in Arms, warn me about the knobs, but I wasn't checking the chat at that moment. And I got caught here, in my rear. I could do nothing but retreat here. Even the Tyranid reaches my side. It's virtually a 3 versus 1 here at the moment. I have to retreat, nothing to do about that. Masta is getting out of the base just now, and Brothers is hovering in our in our backyard. A fire prism for Cat. Good choice, in my opinion. Good choice. A vehicle which is almost an artillery unit, since it has an insane range and can fight well against both infantry and vehicles. Rambla by the Mac boy here. The Rambla stance lock every enemy units on the field. So these tactical marines are sitting ducks for the knobs. And they almost went down. Level 3 tactical marines. Now they turn to face the apothecary, which has gone for the anointed power axe finally, and goes for Angels of Death, which makes invulnerable all of his infantry, but costs 250 red. CSM almost going down, level 3. Killsword indulging with his This shoot us. And I got rid of the web waste. Finally. Kessler is still hitting around. Finally not pleased to see this Tyrannid swarm. But should focus the warriors over the Gene Stealers. And a D cannon for Sirius Cat. Geosword eventually goes down, surrounded by Tyrannids. Now I ask my team to concede, because I truly couldn't find a way to see recover for us, or a comeback, yeah, for us, from us. I had nothing to counter this fire prism, let alone a D cannon. And Singularity goes up even if the cannon retreated. And most of all, I have nothing to counter knobs or the Tyrannid swarm, but Masta managed to get a great unclean one, which is good. We repel the Elder and Orc's assault here. Now I try to flank this fire prism with my Blood Crusher, but don't think I'm gonna make it. Sorry. Masta on the other side is going well against the Tyrannid. Should melee the Zoanthrope with his Great Unclean One. Yeah. I have nothing to counter these artillery units here. Masta went for double Plague Marines. And Huevetoras is floating insane amount of resources. Could get another squad of knobs. Who went for prefers the battle wagon. Another Rambla here, maybe to kill the Librarian. Yeah, I think. Yeah. He's going to die. Yeah. And probably the Apothecary as well. The Apothecary really never really gets strong armor to survive hits like those of the Nob's armor. I barely able to repel the Elder here. Went for Plague Marines of my own in order to intercept the Fire Prism, obviously. Chaos Lord goes down, and probably the Apothecary too for the 10th time or something like that. Plague Marines miraculously avoid the first rocks from the Orc Snook, which usually does the most of the damage. Now it's the Great Unclean One who has to stop the Tyrannid Sword, which should and does. Now the Elder is transitioning to the middle of the map, has given up on this side and is trying to help his teammates to gain the contested victory point in the middle, but by doing this he opens his flank to my incursions. Battle wagon shooting at distance. Has a good range, the battle wagon, to be honest. Went for tier 3 because I was aware of my red count and I thought I would use it in the near future. I think I will use it now because we have the red team has little tickets left. Probably that's why the Elder wanted to move in to the middle of the map. And maybe I got the sluggers from whoever the Russ.
Your forces obey you.
Must have managed to preserve all of his army, but the Havocs. Now the Space Marines is asking to gather and probably push for this contested victory point, surveyed by level 3 nobs. Masta is trying to flank, but it's very risky under Tyranny's retaliation. I'm waiting for the spaceman, yeah. And the Chaos Lord goes down. Masta deploys his Imperial Abyss, which takes down the Zone Drop and a bunch of Tyranids too. Couple of squads of warriors. I don't know if one of them was a Venom Brood or not. And maybe the Gene Stealers too. Good nuke by Masta. Finally a good one. He's a Tyranno formation against me and I'm seriously unlucky because a level 4 and fully upgraded CSM squad is wiped out by Tyranno formation. Something you would never see again because it's extremely unlucky. But nobs are the orc is using Colda Boys. And now I'm trying to defend my Plague Marines to gain this victory point. The Elder has given both sides, so we should prevail. Too bad for his Warlock. In my opinion, he was using it very well. Should have rebought it, in my opinion. Battle Wagon is repelled by double Plague Marines. And nobs are far away from the victory point. They wasted their time chasing units, which was a fatal mistake. And here goes the game. We managed to win with 45 tickets left. My Plague Champion is level 6, Brothers in Arms Apothecary is level 6 with what you would expect. Mastapille is level 9, really good usage of the Chaos Lord against the Tyranny, although Tyranny was a little bit slow to react and left his melee units engaging Chaos Lord for a long time. Nonetheless, good for good usage by Master. The Heavy Tyrant is level 4, Macaboy is level 9 with all of his Rambla and support to the nobs find a good usage, but terrible usage of his resources for us. I don't know why I wasted them like this. And a little bit from the tyranny too. No carnifexes, no wormlords. Mr. Sears Cat is level 4, but he left his warlock biding his time here on the ground. Could have done way more, in my opinion, as he did in tier 1. Okay, that's the game. Thanks for watching. Bye.